Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Southlake episode 108. So I think we're going to continue on the building that we've been working on for the past, I think, 2 parts now. I'm out of breath for whatever reason. So basically I do have a couple things I want to run by you guys and get your opinion on for building. But last week I think we talked about, I think it was Twitch and kind of moving Southlake to an extent over to Twitch. And I saw a lot of great comments about that, guys. So I think I want to go through with that. Now it's just at the point of trying to figure out dates when everything would work. That is going to be the hard part, so it might not happen for another, till next year, which is only like a month away. Because I still got to get all that stuff sorted out. I don't even really think I have a Twitch channel for Safety Boost, which I'll have to see if I have one. I think I might, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll just have to look into that. So there's a couple of things I got to do here and there. Also, with this building, there's a couple of things I'm kind of thinking when it comes to design. So basically, imagine we have this building here, which is fine. I really like it. It turned out very, very nice. It's not completed yet, obviously. But I do like how it looks. So what I'm thinking about doing is adding like 4 of these buildings, or maybe even just 2. So basically imagine a little walkway connecting the 2 buildings together, and then you would have this building again replicated or just kind of mirrored over on the other side, and then on top you'd maybe have like a pool or something like that. You're gonna make the building a little bit bigger, also make it look a little bit nicer as well. So I really want your opinion on that, guys, because I'm not too sure if I want to go through with that. If I had world edit, things would be very, very simple, because I could just literally copy the building over and things would be done, but unfortunately I can't just do that. So it's really going to be a trial and error. If I like it, I might keep it. If I don't, I might just get rid of it. It's just one of those things. I'm not sure how many of you guys noticed. I didn't really mention it too much when it came to this, but hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I think it was on Thanksgiving. Machinima is the company I'm with for, they're kind of not sponsoring my channel, but they're my partner for YouTube. Now, if you don't know how YouTube works, some YouTubers have partners like Machinima, Fullscreen. Those are just some of the bigger ones. There's a lot more out there. I mean, I've been offered, I think, over 100, different kinds of sponsorships kind of like that. And so I am with Machinima, which I'm actually starting to like. I have a new person that is actually, most of the time if you talk to somebody about their sponsor or their partner, usually they kind of have some bad things to say. They don't really feel in touch with what's going on. It's more just, hey, give me some of the money from everything. And I actually feel like with this new person that I have, it's actually not the case. I've been offered more stuff. It's actually kind of like I'm being involved in a lot of this stuff. I mean that I do have a bigger channel and subscribers. I am in the black version, which basically like their upper, kind of like upper management, kind of think of it that way. Upper top of the tier. I don't know how you want to describe it, but that's basically the best way I can. That's basically what I'm in. So how's that look having that little window right there? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. But basically, anyways, I got kind of distracted there. So basically what happened was I got a 2-hour, I think it was like a minute 30 video onto Machinima's Facebook channel. And that's basically what I did. And I actually thought it was really cool. They asked me if I would make something for them. And I made them a dining room table. Now, it was not the best build in the world. It was not, something I would, usually make. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but I had to kind of save on time. So that's really the only way to do that. Because it was only like 2 hours, but it was a big table. I mean, it was a huge table with a cake on top of it, with a little thing saying Happy Thanksgiving. It's basically just something to kind of listen to in the background was kind of the whole purpose behind it. And I think it kind of worked. I saw a lot of people liked it. Like I said, it wasn't the most complicated build I've ever done, but it was very, very nice, I think. It was perfect for that situation. I wasn't really sure what to build for Thanksgiving because I don't know how to build a turkey. I've never done that. There's not a lot of stuff that's like really Thanksgiving themed on, Xbox. I mean, on PC, there's mods and stuff like that, which can make things easier. But, I wasn't going to go to PC for it. I wanted to stick with Xbox. I saw some comments saying Xbox noob or just use World Edit. Because some people didn't realize I was only on Xbox. Because some of those guys don't know who I am, which is fine. There's a lot of people who do not know who I am. And it's just one of those things to where, it was kind of nice that they asked me if I wanted to do that for them. And I felt honored too. I was like, hey, yeah, I'll do that for sure. So if you guys did watch that or see that by any chance, let me know. It was, again, on their Facebook page. and it was basically like live streamed. I sent them the video. I'm not sure how they do that, but it was live streamed from a video that I sent them. I'm not even really sure how they did that, but I'm sure there's a way. Probably using like OBS or something. OBS would probably be the better way to do that, thinking about it now. OBS is like a broadcasting software, which is very, very powerful, and I'm actually just starting to use it now. So just get rid of all this stuff. So I think we're going to add some doors here. I think that's enough doors. So again, I'm not sure if I want to add that whole thing that we talked about to where we have the other building next to it. I wouldn't. One of the other plans was maybe having like 4 separate buildings and kind of having like one big complex. But I think 2 might look a little bit better. It's not going to take up as much space. It would still look really nice without switching the theme up completely. So I think that might be what we go with. I'll just have to figure out how I want to go about doing that first, because that will probably take some time to make sure I do it correctly. And we'll just add these in here. Add a little bit more detail. One of the things I always struggle with on skyscrapers is always the base of the building. To me, that's just like the hardest part. I don't know why it's the hardest part for me, but it always is, because I don't want to have the same base. Like, for example, I really like how this one looks, but I wouldn't want to remake it again, because then I'm using the same design. You know, I might take portions of this, you know, foundation for the support of the building and use it on another one, but I don't want to use it over on that one, because then they're going to clash. So I don't want to keep using the same design over and over and over again. So I always have a hard time with foundations and trying to figure out how to make them look nice. It's just one of those things to where it's a hit or miss on some. Like, I kind of feel like on this one, it should be a little bit taller, but I can't really change that now. I mean, I guess I could if I got rid of one layer of apartments, like kind of move the foundation up to here. That's where it would start. But I don't really think it's necessary. If I have to do that, I will. That'll be something that I figure out as we go. So I think it's actually looking pretty good. So we're going to have the road here. We're going to have some parallel parking right here going all the way down. And next I need to figure out where I want to turn the road. I'm not sure if I want to add another building next to this one and then have a turn. Or I'm not sure if I want to have it, because I want to kind of keep them in line, right? So I can't do it after this building that we're working on now, because then it would kind of clash. We would just have a 90-degree turn. I don't think that would look very nice. So we could have an intersection like right here, but then is that too close, you know, to the highway over here? It's kind of just a thing I'm balancing with right now. And so what I'm also thinking is, so if you notice, over here, I forgot how many parts it was ago, and fly all the way over here. So this many parts ago, wherever what number it was, we basically had this go down. I think it looks very, very nice. So I think I'm actually going to keep the city at this height. And the way I'm going to do that is once we get over to this side, I'm not going to raise it up again. I might raise it up, you know, 1 or 2 blocks, maybe 3 or 4, you know, depending on, you know, the situation. But I think I'm going to try to keep it at that level and have the city from there come down to match it. I'm also thinking about adding a river in here, just again trying to figure it out as we go, because none of that's built yet. So it's really all speculation and trying to figure out where would be the best spot for it. Because I really want to start, you know, building up this area over here again, because, you know, there's an incomplete area. I think it looks very nice. It's going to easily transition into the more downtown part of the city that we're building right now. But I need to finish up all this stuff first. I need to figure out how we want everything to work, all the roads. The river, for example, is another thing that we have to figure out. There's a lot of stuff going on that we had to figure out pretty quickly if we want to advance with this. The river, as you can tell, is not a straight line anymore. It's going more in a actual natural pattern that I'm having to man-make. So again, it's one of those things that it does take quite a bit of time. So I'm not sure how far I want the river to come out and then come across the city. Kind of like I think Chicago is one of the cities that kind of has a river running through it, like in the actual downtown portion, and it looks fantastic. I love how they did theirs in real life, so I kind of want to replicate that a little bit. So we haven't really been building. I've just been talking a lot of this time. So we will come over and connect these 2 sides together real quick. Do we want to use stone for this, or sandstone's going to work? I think sandstone will work. So one of the other things I want to bring up is I uploaded a video yesterday, and hopefully you guys watched it. If you did not, it's basically a new series I'm going to be starting on my channel. There's been a lot of great feedback from you guys on the series, and I think you guys want to see it continue, you know, going. And so that series is Planet Coaster. If you don't know what Planet Coaster is, basically imagine Roller Coaster Tycoon on steroids, and it's that kind of game. You get to physically build all your buildings if you want. They have, stuff that's already made for you if you want to use it. Well, that kind of takes away from some of the fun from that kind of stuff. So basically, you're building your own amusement park, and it looks fantastic. The game plays very well. I'm sure once you get your park big enough, the frame rate will drop and stuff like that. I'm not really worried about that, though. I think it's going to be very, very cool what we can do with the park. The park that we started is called Arrow Park. So A-E-R-O, not like arrow, like A-R-R-O. A-R-R-O. A-R-R-O-W. Oh, my God. I can't say my R's. I've always had a hard time, using my R's. I even had that problem in school. I actually went to, a special class for it. Boop. And just kind of finish this off. Also, I did see one comment talking about, on that video that I'm talking about Planet Coaster. I saw a comment saying, not to be rude, but I think you pay for your subscribers. And I actually kind of thought that was funny because, one, I would never do that. It's just kind of cheating. I've never been a big fan of cheating in the first place. Two, I don't have the money for it because I'm paying for an expensive apartment, which I regret. So I kind of have that to deal with. I'm paying for an expensive car, which my car is kind of broken as of right now. As a lot of you guys know, or some of you guys know, I have a 2015 Mustang. It's pretty much breaking down left and right now, which kind of sucks because I love my Mustang. So it really sucks to see it kind of struggling like this. So it's one of those things where it's like, oh my God, come on, it's a brand new car. Why is it breaking down so much? Because as of right now, I think the turbo is broke. From what I assume, the turbo is broke, which is a big problem. Luckily, it's under warranty, so it's not a huge deal. The AC is broke. I have a airbag warning light on. What else? Let's see. And I think that's pretty much it. But for a brand new car, that's quite a bit of stuff right there that we're kind of having problems with. Which again, it sucks because it is a brand new car. I bought it brand new. It had 4 miles on it when I bought it. So, like I said, it sucks to have that problem in a brand new car. But at the same time, I kind of expected it going in. Just because of the fact that, one, it was a brand new Mustang, reworked from the ground up, being brand new. Especially being that I got the EcoBoost. I couldn't afford the GT. I kind of had to improvise on, what I wanted. So it's one of those things to where I had to choose one or the other. And I knew that if I went with the EcoBoost, there's probably going to be more problems because it's a new engine they're rolling out into this car. And they haven't really worked out all the bugs yet until they, they kind of test them out with the customers. They see what's going on. Because it's one of those things to where once time goes on, they're going to get better with that car because they're going to figure out the quirks and stuff like that to kind of fix out of them. So I think we're actually probably going to stop the video here, guys. So thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated as always. So I will see you guys next week for another episode of Building Southlake, and next week for another episode of Planet Coaster. I want to make that into a weekly series as well because it is a very fun game and I'm enjoying playing it so far. So bye-bye, guys, and thank you very much for watching.